for an up-to-date status for your area. If you are in an area that you feel may benefit from their service, let them know. Visit their website at www.fourway.net. Woody's Supermarket is located just up the street from Bremen's football.
The following broadcast is a special presentation of BroadcastSport.net. BroadcastSport.net is now proud to present Bremen football. Tonight's game is brought to you by Koppel Construction, Woody's Supermarket, Midwest Truck and Equipment, Han Realty and Auction of Napanee, Michiana Insurance, K-Wood Products of South Bend, Verizon Wireless, Mapletronics Computers, and Fourway.net. Now let's head inside Don for coverage of Bremen football on BroadcastSport.net. From Woodburn, Indiana, this is Bremen Lions football. The Lions tonight are at Woodlan.
I can't hear anymore.
And the Woodlan Warriors home field tonight for the Sectional 34 championship game. Tonight, both teams, Woodlan and Bremen, come in with identical 8-3 records. Both took third place in their respective conferences during the regular season. While we simulate the coin toss, let's go over some game notes for tonight's matchup. First of all, the coaches of tonight's game. For Bremen, Coach Bob Holmes comes in to tonight's game with a 102-83 win-loss record in 18 years overall. Coach Sherwood Haydock of Woodland comes in tonight 145-138 in his 26-year overall. These two teams tonight come in looking very, very similar on paper. Like I said, 8-3 records, and finishing third in their conferences this season. We're going to take a break right now as the home team plays the national anthem.
Mapletronics Computers is the place to find great computers, great service, and really great people. Stop by their showroom located at 2116 West Weldon Avenue in Goshen and see what's new in home and office computing. Their friendly service team is there to help with all of your computer repairs, whether you need a tune-up or a complete format and reinstall. New computers, high-speed DSL, Verizon Air cards, they've got it all. Mapletronics is your hometown store for computers and more. Give them a call at 534-2830 or visit their website at www.mapletronics.com.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Michiana Insurance gives you peace of mind by offering protection on your house, car, boat, business, and even your life. They offer 24/7 personal support to their customers, and they are associated with numerous insurance companies, so you'll always get the best coverage with the best company at the best price. Call 574-272-1628 today for a free consultation or visit www.michianainsurance.com.
Well, again, this is Bremen football on BroadcastSport.net. And as we alluded to, these teams tonight look very, very similar on paper. But I think one thing that could come into play is a success factor with these two programs. Again, this season very, very similar, but in the past, not so much. Bremen looking for their third sectional championship in 4 seasons. Woodlan has not won a sectional championship since 1988. No Bremen player has had a sub-500 season. You know, Coach Reagan's success does have a factor, and that could play a role in tonight's game.
Yeah, several of these Bremen kids have been in big-time sectional games. Some of them even played in regionals and semi-states a couple years ago, so they're pretty familiar with this kind of atmosphere. Woodland not so much, but Experience only takes you so far. In the words of Coach John Wooden, I'd rather have talent over experience any day.
Absolutely, and these two coaches are familiar with each other. When they were in Western Indiana, they have met 6 times before, so it'll be interesting to see what these two do to counter each other. Bremen has deferred. They will kick off. Woodlan will receive from left to right as we look in the press box. Game time temperature is 37 degrees.
A pooch kick by Bremen, recovered by Ryan Zelmer. Bremen will take over from what looks like the 43-yard line, but we do have a flag on the play.
You can't rule anything with Coach Holmes. He is a brilliant brilliant mind when it comes to football, and he always pulls out something. And like we said, the opening kickoff, we already have fireworks.
Yeah, that was something else, and a great execution by the Bremen kicker, Lucas Schlarb. I did think we had some new faces on special teams there, and it worked out. The flag has been taken away, and Bremen will take over from the 44-yard line. So
Kai Sile, the 6'2", 215-pound senior quarterback, takes under center, and we will go with 5 wide receivers on this opening play. Again, 1st and 10 from the Woodland 43-yard line. And it looks like we're going to have illegal procedure on the lines. We're going to back it up before we even get started here. So 3 seconds into the game, again, Bremen pooch kicked on the opening kickoff and recovered at the Woodland 43-yard line. And after an illegal procedure, we have 1st and 15 from the 49.
A little surprised to see the 5-wide formation to start. That's not something we've seen out of Bremen a lot this year, but now we're back with 2 backs in the backfield.
And with 2 backs in the backfield, we pitch left to Stoller. Stoller around the left end. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit more, gain of 6. Bremen using 2 backs, split backs that they use very, very often. Coach Holmes gets 6 on the first down, and we're going to have an official's timeout here.
Looks like Stoller got hit pretty hard in the leg. He looks shaken up.
Again, this Bremen team will run with 3 different backs. They've used 3 all season long. The guy who just got the pitch there, Stoller, usually playing at the fullback position. Just a couple weeks ago, in the sectional opener, ran for over 300 yards in a game. And again, he is down right now on the field. Trainer Kelly Myers is attending to him, so that would be a blow for the Lions team, losing their leading rusher.
Stoller comes into this game just 41 yards shy of 1,000 on the year. That would be a pretty cool feat for him to get up to 1,000 yards on the year. But he is being attended to now by the Bremen trainer, Kelly Myers.
And as we alluded to, this is the 7th meeting between these 2 head coaches in northwestern Indiana. Back in the early 90s, Coach Holmes was at South Central and Coach Haydock was at Whiting and River Forest. They have faced 1 time in the postseason, with Coach Haydock getting the best of Coach Holmes there. But I'm sure both these two brought back some familiar memories this week when they were preparing. I'm sure they saw some similar things in the past and also some new things here at different schools. So it should be interesting to see these 2 veteran coaches square off in this sectional championship game. Well, Stoller is carried off the field. And as he limps off, the Lions will take the field, and they're back in their 5 wide receiver set. Slough goes under center, 5 wide receivers. It is 2nd and 8 from the 42-yard line of the Warriors. They got motion, they fake, they go deep to Zelmer. Pass looks good, and he catches it, and he's down to the 1-yard line. Slough with a phenomenal pass. Zelmer just flat out beat his defender from the line of scrimmage, and a great pass on the money. Zelmer with a great catch back in action tonight. The Lions are at it appears the 3-yard line now, and they will have a 1st and goal. So great start to this game, Coach Reagan, for the Lions.
Yeah, that was usually you see a big play trying to go deep after a big turnover or something, but the Lions decided that they're going to use the injury timeout, take advantage of it, and see what they could get deep, and it worked out for them.
Now we're going to go with two tight ends and a full house backfield. Zelmer and Fox deep in the backfield. They're going to fake the pitch, going to go up the middle to Zomer, and he's going to push across the goal line for a touchdown. It's 6-0 Lions, and we're less than a minute in this game. 11:05 remaining in the first. Bremen has recovered the opening kickoff on an onside kick. They've thrown a bomb down inside the 5, and now Zelmer punches it in. It is 6-0 Lions.
Ryan Zelmer missed the last 2 weeks of action, and he looks like he is determined coming back tonight after missing the last couple weeks. Absolutely. Schwab, the veteran kicker for the Lions, has done a great job towing the ball for the Lions for the last few years, and he will attempt the extra point. Bennett on the hold, Craig Allen on the snap. The snap is good, the hold is down. The kick is up, and it does slide to the right. So missed extra point to start the game there. It is 6-0 Lions again with 11:05 remaining in the first period. Couldn't have scripted out a better start. Again, you always got to be on your toes with this Lions coaching staff. Great execution to start the game, and I'm sure they've been seeing something on game film all week long with the kickoff team. Again, Coach Marty Hubers with the special team, and Coach Holmes with a great call there to start the game. Yeah, it looks like Ryan Zelmer is going to be used early and often. He was the one that recovered the kick. He caught a 39-yard pass from Kai Slough, and then he is also used as a running back when they get down in the goal line situation and punched it in for a 3-yard run.
Both these teams played very good schedules. They were very well tested early on in the season. Bremen, 3 of their opponents tonight in sectional championship games. Woodlan, 2 of their opponents in sectional championship games. So these two teams, 8-3, and they played some very good competition. And as we had the second kickoff of the game for the Lions now, the Warriors will put 10 guys within the first 20 yards after the kickoff. So a little adjustment here, so we'll see if that affects the return game. Schleib set the kick. The kick is deep. It's down the left side of the field. The ball lands at the 10. Picked up at the 1-yard line by receiver Greg White. He's got some running room down the right sideline. He will be run out of bounds at the 47 of the Warriors. So again, Greg White is one of their weapons. He will be used, I am sure, quite a bit in this game. Extremely quick there. The first time the Lions have seen him live, and he used that speed to get around the right side. And again, the Warriors will take over 1st and 10 from their own 47.
Yeah, Greg, the Woodland has completed 50 passes this year, and 34 of them have been to Greg White. So he will be used frequently.
Quarterback Corbin Smith takes the snap, and he hands off to number 8, Jalen Bennett. Jalen Bennett, looking on paper, is going to be an absolute load for the Lions. This kid is 6'5", 220 pounds, and has accumulated 2,200 yards on the year, and he's already got 9 on one carry tonight.
He's averaging almost 30 yards per carry, so they will go to him early and often, and after that carry, I absolutely see why.
And Bennett comes off the field now. Greg White steps in the backfield, and he takes the dive up the middle. He gets 3 yards, and that's another first down.
Yeah, White is very versatile. They're using him to return kicks. He's receiving passes. He's got 54 rushes for 425 yards on the year, so he's doing a little bit of everything. The Warriors' 3 main weapons on offense: quarterback Corbin Smith, a senior, 6'1", 190. Running back Jalen Bennett, a senior, 6'5", 212, and senior wide receiver Greg White, 5'8", 155. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. They hand off to Bennett, and he gets around the left tackle, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage there with Bennett and Zach Zimmer there on the stop for the Lions. So nice stop on first down. Jalen Bennett will come off the field again. White comes back in for him. Interested to see if they continue to do this all night, play after play, Coach. Yeah, it'll be they're quite different runners. Bennett looks to be a little bigger, a little more of a power guy, and we've already seen White get out in the open, so he's pretty quick. A little different formation here.
Warriors stack the line of scrimmage, and they goes around the right side to White. He gets around the right tackle, and he's down to the Lions 37, so a gain of 4. Looks like we're going to have 3rd and 6. This is already a big third down coming up here in the game.
Yeah, this is probably the biggest third down of the game so far for the Woodland Warriors.
And I know a guy who would tell me right now the best thing to do on third down is go to your tight end. So we'll see if they go to the air here or if they will pound it to Bennett, who is back in the game, and they will do that. He'll go up the gut, and he will plunge forward with a host of Lions there on the stop. He's going to pick up 4 down to the 33-yard line, so it'll be 4th and 2. I'm sure they will go for it here.
We're definitely in 4th down territory here.
Definitely in 4th down territory. The Warriors aren't taking much time. They look to set up in the exact same formation.
Might be trying to pull the Lions offside here.
This is a formation the Lions have not seen much this year, and they go right up the gut there. And it looks like we're going to have an illegal procedure, hopefully for the Lions' sake. Unfortunately, it is offside on the Lions. That's going to be a 1st down for the Warriors.
Yep, as we predicted, they went quick in hopes to get them offsides, and it worked to perfection. They'll take over at the 28-yard line.
So again, Bennett averaging 7 yards per carry, 200 yards per game on the ground. And now they will go with Bennett and White both in the backfield. It's almost kind of comical. You have a 6'5" guy back there along with a 5'8" guy, Coach.
Yeah, it reminds me of my basketball days when I was 5'8" point guard playing with my 6'5" center. Except I was never quite as quick as old Greg.
They're going to go Wildcat formation. White takes a snap, and Bennett is going to block from around the right side. White is down around the right side of the line, led by Bennett on the block, and he is all the way down to the 17-yard line of Bremen. So very unusual formation there as they put the quarterback out at tight end and went with a Wildcat formation there with Bennett and White.
Yeah, that was I think that's the first time we've seen White and Bennett on the field at the same time, and it worked to perfection.
Just as you spoke, they'll stay on the field now. Now they go to a wing T set with the quarterback, or with the fullback, just behind. Bennett will go in motion to the left. They got a fullback dive up the middle, and he sneaks around the right side, and he's going to be down to the 11-yard line. So it's going to be about 2nd and 4 for the Warriors, again, at the 11-yard line of Bremen. We're in the first quarter, 7:36 remaining, 6-0 Lions as the Lions scored very quickly in the first minute of the game after recovering the opening kickoff on a pooch kick.
I do not foresee Woodlan going to the air anytime in the near future. The quarterback only has 113 pass attempts on the year, and I don't foresee 114 coming real soon.
They're back in that stacked wing T with 2 tight ends. Now White in motion to the left. They're going to counter back to the left with Bennett, and he's got 2 more yards down to the 10. It's going to be a 3rd and 3 for the Warriors.
Yeah, Woodlan is mixing up their formations quite a bit. I think we've already seen 4 or 5 of them in less than 10 plays. We got another big 3rd down coming up here, but we are in 4-down territory. Huge 3rd down. As the scoreboard reads 3rd and 4 from the 11. Back to their starting formation. They're going to pound it up the gut to Bennett, and I'm thinking the Lions have probably keyed in on that quite a bit this week in preparation. When a guy averages 200 yards a game and has over 2,000 in high school, they're probably giving him the ball. But he is about 2 feet short of a 1st down, so we're going to have 4th and a yard from the 9-yard line. Definitely going for it here. I don't know much about their special teams, but this is big 4th down. They got a really big back in the backfield, number 75, DeAndre Woods, 270 pounds. And he gets the ball, and he does get across the 1st down line, it appears, down to the 6. So we'll see where the ball is marked. Those were very hard-fought yards. He got hit at the line of scrimmage, put in a 2nd effort to get what appears to be a 1st down. Oh, they will measure. It looks like they got it from here, but they will measure. So we will see, again, 75, DeAndre Woods, 6'1", 278, took the ball on 4th and 1. So as the chain gang comes out, we'll see what the outcome of this is. DeAndre Woods listed as an offensive lineman, fullback, and defensive end. So they get the most out of his abilities, to say the least. The measurement is in, and Woodlan does indeed get the 1st down.
Again, Bremen looking for their third sectional championship in 4 years. Coach Holmes is 2-0 in sectional championship games at Bremen. Has won 2 in his first 3 seasons. He is 9-3 in postseason in just 4 years at Bremen. So the Lions are used to playing in big games, and they play well in big games. So first and goal now for the Warriors from the Lions' 6-yard line with just under 6 minutes to go in the first period. And now we have another Wildcat formation where White dances around. He makes a tackler miss, and he is down to the 4. So again, it appeared quarterback Corbin Smith was in the pistol formation, but he was used as a lead blocker there as White took the snap from about 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
White did a little bit of dancing there to elude at least 2 Bremen tacklers in the backfield.
Yeah, a little dance revolution to get them down. But
DDR.
But the Lions did get them at the 4. So Bennett comes off the field. Fullback DeAndre Woods, number 75, back in at fullback. White will now flank out to the left. They have a fullback just behind the guard. They'll take the snap, and they'll go up the gut. And he will plow forward. He's got 4 tacklers on him that bring him down at the 4-yard line. So the Lions are holding tight here. Hopefully they can keep the Warriors out of the end zone here. They're doing a great job stopping the run up the middle to this point.
We must stress Lions as a team because it does take more than one of them to get DeAndre Woods down. I think there was 4 of them in on the tackle there.
So we have third and goal from the 4-yard line.
Back in, number 45, Mitchell Van Broek.
They will throw the ball. Looks like the ball was batted down at the goal line. Not sure if it was caught or not. The officials have waved the play dead, and there was a flag.
Looks like they are giving a completion down to about the 1-foot line, but also a flag.
It looked as if the ball was tipped, but we are going to get an illegal procedure on the Warriors, and it appears as though Coach Haydock does not like the call at all. That flag was thrown well after the snap, so not sure as to what the call is here.
That was a huge play because that moves them back now to third and goal from the 9.
Third and goal from the 9. The Warriors have taken quite a large chunk out of this first quarter on this drive. They pounded it down, and with under 5 minutes to go now, they will have a 3rd down and 9 from the Lions' 9-yard line.
Van Broek back in the backfield.
So Smith back under center. He's going to take the snap, throw a flare pass out to Greg White, and he is grabbed right at the catch by Ryan Zomer for a loss of 3 yards back to the 11. Zomer read that perfectly. White flanked out there. The Lions saw in week 2 a phenomenal receiver in Tanner Andrews from Tippecanoe Valley, and Ryan Zomer just stuck on him like glue, and he was pretty much ineffective all night. So looks like Zomer is having the same assignment here with White tonight. So 4th and goal from the 11, and Coach Haydock wants to talk it over. He will take...
Yeah, this is definitely the biggest 4th down in the game, so big that Woodlan will take a timeout.
And we will take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Mapletronics Computers is the place to find great computers, great service, and really great people. Stop by their showroom located at 2116 West Woodlan Avenue in Goshen and see what's new in home and office computing. Their friendly service team is there to help with all of your computer repairs, whether you need a tune-up or a complete format and reinstall. New computers, high-speed DSL, Verizon Air cards, they've got it all. Mapletronics is your hometown store for computers and more. Give them a call at...
And we're back here in Woodburn, Indiana. 4th down and goal from the 11. We have play action pass. Smith is going to throw, and the pass is batted down by Brett Louderback, and the Lions will take over on downs from their own 11-yard line. Heck of a stand there. Got a great break with the illegal procedure, but the Lions, great defense on really what was a short field after a great return by Greg White there on the kickoff.
that last play looked like a blunder from the get-go. Had a guy in motion, about collided with the quarterback, and that play didn't have much of a chance from there.
Well, I'm sure if Coach Holmes knew before the game that he could take the first two drives, be up 6-0, and then have the ball back, I'm sure he would have taken that in a heartbeat. So the line's back in I formation. Zelmer goes in motion to the right. Slough takes the handoff, Slough takes the snap, and the handoff goes to, I believe, Josh Fox is in at tailback. He will pick up a yard on first down. It'll be 2nd 9 for the Lions.
I expect after last week's performance, we'll see a steady dose of Josh Fox and John Stoller.
Yeah, the Lions eating up the fourth quarter clock last week with about an 8-minute drive. They did not score, but they ate up the entire fourth quarter with a 1-touchdown lead, and Fox doing quite a bit of that work. So in motion, Fox will take the handoff out of the jet, and he goes around the right side, and it looks like he's close to a first down, and depending where they spot it, looks like they were probably spotted just about a yard short, and it's going to be 3rd down and 1 for the Lions.
I stand corrected from my previous comment. Stoller is still on the sideline getting treatment, so in his absence, I would imagine that Josh Fox will get a load of carries. And so far in the first 2 plays of this drive, he's gotten both carries. And now we have another big 3rd down, 3rd and 1 from the Lions 20.
Another big 3rd down here. The Lions with split backs in the backfield. Looks like we have Zimmer and Fox back there. Zimmer at the fullback position, and Coach Holmes wants to talk it over real quick for the Lions. So while they take a break, we'll take a break and be back in just one moment.
534-2830 or visit their website at www.mapletronics.com.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Michigan.
And we're back for another big 3rd down. The Lions have the ball on their own 20-yard line. 3rd down and a long one for the Lions. They will go to an I formation with Fox behind Zimmer. In motion right is Zelmer. They will go with Zimmer, the fullback, on the short 3rd and 1, and it looks like he's going to get across the line of scrimmage. They will wave the chains, and it's a first down. So the Lions getting just enough there on the 3rd and 1, and they will get a fresh set of downs here from their own 22-yard line.
Zimmer has been used in a variety of ways. Middle linebacker. He started the year at tight end. Due to injuries, they've moved him back to fullback. And he's just a tough-nosed kid that's going to do whatever he needs to do to make this team successful. Hadn't had very many carries this year, but he's made the most of the ones he has, and he runs really hard.
So Zimmer is now the lone back behind Sal. They'll go with 4 wide receivers, and in motion is Fox. And Slough will drop back and throw a deep pass down the right sideline to Zelmer, but it is incomplete. And just to add to what Coach Reagan just said here, Zach Zimmer is a coach's dream. Will do absolutely anything that he is asked to do, and do it with a smile on his face as hard as he can at all times.
Looks like Bremen might be trying to pick on defensive back Tim Lockett. That is now they've thrown 2 passes, and both of them have been in his direction, so we'll see if that becomes a trend for the rest of the night.
So Slough now 1 of 2 on the night with 40 yards passing. Go with 4 wide receivers again. Fox in motion. They're going to go with Zimmer again on the fullback dive. After the jet motion again, so we will have a 4-yard gain there, and it will be 3rd down and 6 for the Lions. So Zimmer not used hardly to carry the ball at all season, and he has gotten the last 2 carries for the Lions tonight. So another big 3rd down. It's 3rd and 6 for the Lions. Slough will be in the shotgun now. 4 wide receivers. He's got a back with him, and that is Zimmer. Fox in motion again. They're going to fake the handoff there, and they got a slant to Bennett, and Kai throws it short of Bennett, and it will be incomplete for a 4th down. You know, that quick slant was used last week. It seemed like 8 or 10 times, and it probably wasn't that much, Coach, but Slough and Bennett just hooked up last week on some huge 3rd down, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, and really helped keep that drive going in the 4th quarter last week, but unable to complete the pass there, and the Lions will be forced to punt from their own 26-yard line.
Bennett is not the biggest receiver, but he runs his routes phenomenally, and he's able to find space very frequently. So we have Bo Beeson into snap. Schlarb will kick it 2.
And the play clock ran out, but I do not see a flag on the field, so that is good news. Not the best kick in the world. It will spun out at midfield. So the Warriors will take over with really good field position here. We have 1:49 left in the first period, and it is 6-0 Lions.
So far, after the phenomenal pooch kick to start the game, the Lions recovered. The special teams hasn't been very good. Missed an extra point. Just had a 24-yard punt and give Woodlan phenomenal field position to start their second drive.
You know, it's never one of those things. You hope never that you know, special teams will come back to bite you. You know, later in the game. We saw last week we missed the first extra point, but then we got 2 points on the next time, and our special teams was really good after that. So the Warriors do take over at the 50. They have Bennett in the backfield. Smith will take the snap. They got a stretch play to the right. Bennett gets it, and he is around stiff-arming Zelmer. He's around the right side, cuts back up the field, and he will have a first down, a gain of 12 on first down. Now, it looked like Ryan Zelmer was going to get him in the backfield for a loss of about 3 there, but he stiff-armed him straight into the ground. Impressive run there from Bennett. You know, you don't get 2,200 yards on the season, Coach, without being very good.
Yeah, his height really helped him there because his arms were so long that Zelmer couldn't even reach him to try to make that tackle because his arm was so long, pushed him out of the way, and there's a little bit of strength behind those arms as well.
So Bennett is in the backfield again. They will go with a bunch formation. White is in the slot position out to the left. And it looks like Coach Haydock wants to talk it over again, and he is not too happy with his senior quarterback, Corbin Smith. So while they take a timeout, we will as well. We'll be right back after this.
Insurance gives you peace of mind by offering protection on your house, car, boat, business, and even your life. They offer 24/7 personal support to their customers, and they are associated with numerous insurance companies, so you'll always get the best coverage with the best company at the best price. Call 574-272-1628 today for a free consultation or visit www.michianainsurance.com. Michiana Insurance. Anticipate a great rate.
Well, for those of you who are skipping the Indiana Hoosiers basketball opening game tonight, we do have an update for you. The Hoosiers are up 47-28 at halftime over Chicago State. Starting the year off tough.
Well, we have a quick break. The Bremen Lions basketball scorekeeper listening all the way from the Caribbean Sea, Mr. Ray Eakins. Glad to have you on board here.
On board, pun intended. He's on a ship.
And Smith will take the first down snap, hand it off to Bennett, and then they run the exact same play to the left side of the field there. They stretch it, but it is sniffed out by the Lions' stingy D for a loss of 3. It'll be 2nd and 13. You know, I'm pretty sure the Lions knew coming into this game what Woodlan wanted to do, but they are doing an extremely good job early on in this contest of stopping the run. It obviously is a difficult task because no one has seemed to be able to do it all season. And now Smith is back to throw. He rolls out to the right. He's going to wing one down the right sideline, and he finds Greg White about the 25-yard line coming back to the football. So great instinct from the receiver there. He came back to the football knowing that Smith had rolled out to the right, and the Warriors will take over with a first down on the Lions' 23-yard line. So as everyone was crossing the field to the right, there was not a receiver open, but White then came back to the football, and a first down for the Warriors. Smith gets it again, and he's got a quick pitch out to Smith, or excuse me, that is White. And White does a little dancing around the right side. So Smith literally got the snap, flipped it out to White, and White did some dancing around the right side, and he has a first down. It didn't look like there was much there, but I guess they're noticing that the Bremen Lion cornerbacks are playing about 8 to 10 yards off the line of scrimmage, and White is extremely quick, Coach. He looks as if he could run the 40 in about 45.
Yeah, they're definitely going to use him frequently now. He has now 3 catches.
Exact same play on the left side of the field, but the ball falls short in front of White, and it will be second down now for the Warriors from the Lions 11.
I think Woodlan saw on film that Bremen will keep the corners 8 to 10 yards off all the time, and they might try to exploit that and hit White on short, quick passes and let him get out, use his speed and his playmaking ability, because he does have a speed advantage over the Lions secondary.
Former Bremen tight end and now tight end at University of Indianapolis, Mitch Huppert, listening to us tonight. Mitch, glad to have you along. Wish you were here with us. And it looks like we're going to go back to the Wildcat as White takes a snap. Bennett is blocking for him around the right side. He's going to dance. He's going to take a really hard hit out of bounds around the 10-yard line. So, again, the Lions sniffing out what the Warriors seem to be doing, and it's going to be a 3rd and 9 from just inside the Lions' 10-yard line.
Yes, senior safety Jacob Bennett coming up to make the hit. He has been used very, very often this year in a variety of ways. He's played some quarterback even. He's played some receiver. He's started out at cornerback, moved to safety, but he's doing a nice job of replacing all-state safety from last year, Bobby Cornett.
And with that play, the first quarter has run out. So while the teams switch sides of the field and talk it over, we'll take a break and come back with the second quarter of action as the Lions lead the Woodlan Warriors in the Sectional 34 Championship game 6-0 after 1.
Now you can get all your devices on one simple plan on the most powerful network with a Share Everything plan from Verizon. You can connect up to 10 devices like smartphones, tablets, 4G LTE cameras, and more, all with one single pool of data. Remember, not all 4G LTE networks are created equal. Connect your devices on America's largest 4G LTE network. Visit your local Verizon store today to learn more. Activation, upgrade, early termination, and other fees may apply. Coverage details at VerizonWireless.com/bestnetwork.
And we're back here in Woodburn, Indiana for the second quarter of this Sectional 34 Championship game. The Lions lead 6-0 after 1, but Woodland has the ball, and they are threatening here with a 3rd and 8 from the Lions 10. And again, in the Wildcat formation, White will take the snap. He fumbles the ball, but he picks it back up, and he gets around the right side to only gain about a yard and a half. So we're going to see another 4th down and about 8 for the Warriors. Lions defense stingy here in the red zone.
Again, right on key. We just get finished talking about Jacob Bennett, and he comes up, sniffs out the Wildcat formation, makes a big play, getting the hit and making the tackle. And it looks like we have the field goal unit out, number 4 for the Woodland Warriors. Isar? I don't know how to pronounce that, but we'll go with that.
So Isar set, it looks like as it will be a straight-on kick. The snap is good, the hold is down, the kick is up, and the ball is through the uprights. Very nice kick there for the Warriors, and the Lions now lead 6-3 after the 25-yard field goal for the Woodland Warriors.
Wow, Sar is 1 for 3 on the year in attempting field goals. His lone field goal has been a 32-yarder, so now he is 2 for 4 on the year. There's some brilliant math for you from a math teacher. He's 28 for 31 on field goal or on PATs, so we'll see if he gets a shot at some of those later.
Well, just some stats for your liking. On the year, the Warriors score 33 points a game. The Lions score 33 points a game. So, again, we talked about how they have a lot of similarities on paper throughout this season. The Lions giving up 17 points a game. The Warriors giving up 14 points a game, and both with very similar schedules. A couple of big teams in the conference with some very good records. A couple of smaller teams in the conference. So these teams look very, very comparable as we look at it on paper. So now,
a little different look from the Lions. Grant Cloco is in to return the kick. He has not been on special teams yet this year. He is back along with Josh Fox. And Sar will kick it off.
Sar kicks off. It's going to be received by Fox at the 14-yard line. Fox up the middle. He eludes a tackler, and then he is tripped up at the 31-yard line. So the Lions will take over at their own 31-yard line. So after a really nice pass, after that recovered kickoff and punching it inside the 5-yard line, the Lions were deep in their own territory on their second possession and couldn't get anything going. So we will see what the Lions can do here.
It'll be important to have at least get a few first downs to give the defense a little bit of rest, because I know the defense is working pretty hard to stop that run game of the Woodland Warriors.
And Mr. Ryan Zelmer's mom gives a shout-out to Ryan. She is listening in Texas tonight. Nice to have you listening with us this evening. And
right on key, Ryan Zelmer gets a handoff.
Gets a handoff on the counter play with the fake pitch to the left. Zelmer counters back to the right. He's going to pick up 4 yards on the carry, close to 5. Lions will have 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
That is Ryan's second carry of the game. His other carry did go for a 3-yard score. He's up to 8 yards on the game. And he has not been used an awful lot. He does have 23 rushes for 67 yards on the year, but most of those have been used on a goal line formation.
Very good. Now 2nd down and 5. We're going to go with a wildcat now of our own. Bennett in the backfield. He fakes the handoff to Cloco, and he goes up the gut, and he's going to have a first down. So there was a little rumor around town that this might happen this week, and it looks as if we have our first look in the wildcat of the season for the Lions, with Bennett taking the handoff there. It looks
there
like
looked to be some confusion on the play as Slough and Bennett didn't know who was supposed to be in the huddle and who wasn't. And I was a little nervous when Slough went out to play receiver, because that's not his cup of tea.
So Slough back in at quarterback. He's going to take the snap. We have one back behind him, and that is Zimmer. 4 wide receivers now for the Lions. Slough steps back, about 5-step drop. He pump fakes. He goes deep over the middle to Zelmer. Zelmer with a phenomenal jumping catch and has the ball in the middle of the field down inside the 30-yard line of the Warriors. So it looked as if the Warriors were in some sort of a zone coverage there. Zelmer sneaks behind the linebacker in front of the safety and a pass right on the money, and Zelmer does the job with his hands as he has done all season long. So the Lions are threatening here again with 9:54 to go in the second quarter, up 6-3 in this sectional 34 championship game.
Zelmer used his 6'1" frame there to go up and make the grab. A phenomenal pass by Slough. His second completion, both of them were to Zelmer, and Slough's back at receiver. Uh-oh.
And we have another wildcat formation. Again, Bennett fakes to Cloco. He goes around off the left tackle, and he is going to be stopped for a 2-yard gain there. So now twice in this drive, the Lions have used the wildcat formation with Bennett in the backfield, faking the jet sweep to Cloco and taking it to the left.
I believe that's the first time we have seen the wildcat used by the Lions this year, is it not?
I believe it is. Slough back at quarterback now. He will be under center with an I formation, tied into the left, 2 wide receivers. Zelmer to the left, Bennett to the right. Slough takes a snap. He's going to fake the dive. He's going to flip out the pitch left to Cloco, and Cloco is as quick as they come for a freshman, and he has a very nice, about 15-yard gain inside the 15-yard line for the Lions. So Lions moving again there with their patented fake dive to the fullback. Flip the pitch out to the running back, and Cloco does the work with some great blocking from the left side of that Lions line.
We were talking on the way here how it didn't seem like Cloco has 478 yards rushing on the year, but he's sneaky and he gets them in bundles.
And those Koffels doing the job on the left side of that line. Slough back under center, 2 backs in the backfield, Zimmer and Cloco. They're going to go up the middle to Cloco. Cloco flies through one tackler, and he's got about a 4-yard gain down to the 10-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 6. Cloco running with a burst of speed tonight. He looks very good here early.
Must be fresh from all the time he spent on the sideline there in the first quarter. But he...
So 2nd and 6 for the Lions. Slough back under center again. Same formation. Split backs in the backfield. They will flip the pitch out to the left to Fox. Fox barrels over a tackler, and he is taken down by a host of Warriors. He picks up about 5 on the play, and it's going to be a big 3rd and 1 for the Lions.
It looks like the Lions are going to rotate with Cloco and Fox. at tailback for the remainder of the game. Two very different running backs, much like Woodlan's different. Fox is a little bit thicker, a little bit stronger. Cloco's a little bit quicker. And give them a little diversity and a little something to think about.
So 3rd and about 4 feet for the Lions. We got a full backfield now, 2 tight ends, Zelmer and Fox in the backfield. Slough takes a handoff. He gives to Zelmer going left, and Zelmer will dive across the marker for a first down. He's down to about the 2-yard line. So the same play that got the Lions a touchdown early in the first has got them a first and goal situation from the 3-yard line of the Warriors. So the Lions threatening again here, up 6-3 with 7:13 left in the second period.
I assume that the Lions will stay with their power formation here and just try to pound it in.
And they will, same formation, stacked backfield. And they're going to throw the pitch out to Zelmer to the right, and he's going to, looks like he will beat everyone, but he is stopped just short by a diving Greg White, and he will be inside the 1-yard line. So the Lions will have second and goal from about a foot outside of the end zone. So it looked as if Zelmer was going to beat everyone there, but White is fairly quick, as we have alluded to earlier.
It was a battle of athletes there. Zelmer probably one of the best athletes for the Lions. White definitely one of the best athletes for Woodlan. And it was a foot race, and I think if Zelmer would have stayed on his feet, he might have been able to push through.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Same formation. Slough's going to take the snap. He's going to hand now off to the right to Fox, and Fox across the goal line for a touchdown. Lions 12 and the Warriors 3. So the Lions getting a touchdown in the second period after 1 in the first. And let's see if they will go for 2. Nope, looks like Sharp's heading back out onto the field. They're going to go for 1. So
a phenomenal job there by the Bremen Lion offensive front. Tyler and Caleb Koff on the left side, Craig Allen, Zach Ricketts, Taylor Yoder, 5 big guys up front doing some work.
So Bennett to hold, Schlarb to kick, Allen to snap, snap is down, hold is good, ball is up, and Schlarb is good on the kick. With 6:17 remaining in the second period, it is Bremen 13 and Woodlan 3, and we'll be back for the rest of the second period right after this.
The Koppel reputation for superb craftsmanship and a high level of personal service has caught the attention of custom home buyers, but their construction portfolio includes starter homes and major remodel projects as well. With his wife Jenny, Matt has made a career of building for the past 20 years. Koppel Construction will provide the most home that the budget allows, a home that will be well designed and solidly built. You may contact the office of Koppel Construction at 574-546-4302.
Well, as we said, we thought what would play a role in this game is the fact that Bremen is searching for their 3rd sectional championship in the last 4 years, and they are playing as if they have been here before. They look very confident early on in the first half tonight.
Commenting on the offensive front for the Lions, Caleb Koffel at the left tackle, Tyler Koffel at the left guard. They are not brothers. As a matter of fact, they are cousins. The 2 brothers are 51 Drew Koffel and 53 Tyler Koffel. All 3 of the Koffels actually play defense for the Lions, and the running joke in the Bremen press box is, when in doubt, just give the tackle credit to a Koffel, and you're probably right.
So Schlarb kind of squibs a kick, and it is going to roll all the way down. White fumbles it and won't pick it up until it gets back to the 1-yard line, and he is going to be just engulfed by the Lions kickoff team at his own 6-yard line, but there is a flag on the play. Hopefully this is not a face mask or a penalty of some sort on the Lions D. Great kick there by Schlarb, getting it down to the 1-yard line.
Phenomenal coverage. There was 3 or 4 Lions that were in for the tackle, and he eluded a couple of them, but couldn't get around all 4.
And some more good news for the Lions. They block in the back. Will move it back half the distance to the goal again. So they're going to be, the Warriors again, inside their own 5 to begin this drive. And I think obviously the coaching staff for the Lions has been preparing all week. You know, if this team's going to run the ball as well as they do, the defense is going to be on the field for a while. So the Lions doing a great job on the flip side of keeping our offense on the field, giving the defense some rest, or at least what Lions do not go both ways. But it's a lot easier to block moving the pile than it is to go the other way defensively. So Bennett in the backfield. He will take the dive just off to the right of the center, and he is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That Lions D is just packing the box, obviously daring Smith to throw the football, and we will see if they do go to the air, but probably not deep here in their own territory. They got their line stacked again. Their line split's very, very slim, and Smith does get the handoff. He gives it to Bennett. Bennett eludes a tackler. He is stopped there by Topper, and it looks like Josh Fox. Bennett only getting 3 yards there, so the Lions will have a 3rd and 7 in which to stop the Warriors and hopefully get the ball back with some phenomenal field position. Again, this is a big 3rd down. If the Lions can get the ball back here, great field position, and score before the half, go into the half with a 17-point lead or so, that could be very, very devastating to the Warriors as they hit into halftime. So Smith will be under center. Bennett in the backfield. One wide receiver is White out to the right. Smith's going to roll out to the right. He is going to throw deep, and he has White. And White.
Whoa, broken up. That was a jump ball. The ball thrown up for grabs. Topper and White go up for the ball. I wasn't sure who came down with it at first. It looked like White had it, then Topper had it, and the ball next thing I see, the ball's behind the play. So great coverage there by number 9, sophomore Ryan Topper.
So the ball thrown into double coverage. We have two defensive backs for the Lions over 6 feet tall, and Greg White, 5'8", goes up and almost makes the grab, but great coverage there for the Lions. So it will be 4th down for the Warriors, and they will punt from their own 6-yard line. Their punter standing in the end zone. It is a terrible snap. He just barely gets the kick off. The kick is going to roll up to the 45. Zelmer's going to pick it up, and he's around the left side. We have a block. Hopefully they don't call it, and he's down the left sideline. Could he go? And he steps out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
About a 25-yard return there from Zelmer. It looked like it was going to be a terrible kick. The Lions were going to take over with great field position. It got a lucky, fortunate bounce. Zelmer just decided, hey, might as well pick it up. He takes off around the left side, got a couple good blocks from, it looked like, Louderback and Bennett, and takes off, and he looked like he almost had a chance to score, but stepped out of bounds at the 20.
Yeah, kind of one of those old sayings is it's not holding unless they call it, and very fortunate there we did not get a block in the back there, but unfortunately we did not, and it's very, very good position for the Lions here, taking the ball at the Warriors' 20-yard line. So I formation, Baker now in motion to the right. Slough's going to take the snap. He's going to hand off to the left side to Cloco, and he is just absolutely stuffed at the line of scrimmage with about 5 Warriors there, and it will be 2nd down and 10 yards for the Lions, and Coach Holmes not happy after that play. But his Lions looking very good so far. They look very confident. As we talked about, Coach, you know, they are looking very, very confident early on.
Yeah, they are, and I think a lot of that credit goes to the line on both sides of the ball. Caleb Koffel and Tyler Koffel, I don't think have came out of the game yet on offense or defense, and they are just doing a phenomenal job of owning the front.
So Slouch takes the pass on. He's going to throw deep. Looks like he has Bennett, and almost caught, but it is bat down by Greg White. So
I think that was Tim Lockett again on coverage, and it looks like they are going to throw at him often, because that is now the 3rd ball that they have thrown deep in his direction.
That is correct. My mistake. They are picking on him, as it seems tonight, not going anywhere near Greg White. And now the 2 cornerbacks will switch sides of the field now. Lions will have, again, I formation, tight end to the left. Cloco is a tailback. Baker set out to the right. Bennett to the left, and Coach Holmes wants to talk about this big 3rd down. And Coach Hupper right now would say this is a huge 3rd down, probably the biggest of the game so far for the Lions.
It's big enough where they had to use a timeout, so I would say that it is rather important, as well as the game clock, or the play clock was running down.
And we'll stay right here for this 30-second timeout of the Lions. You know, the ball is sitting right now on the 21-yard line of the Warriors, so that is about a 39-yard field goal. I'm sure the Lions will pick up a few yards here, but would they go with a Schlarb field goal attempt from around 35 yards with a 10-point lead in the sectional championship game, or will Coach Holmes go for it all, Coach?
Schlarb is 4 for 4 on field goals this year. I think his long is right at 40 yards, might be a 42. However, with the way the kicking game has gone so far, he might not want to risk it, and he might go for
And
for it.
we're ready to go with 3rd down and 10. Slough is under center. 2 receivers out to the right. 1 tight end now switches to the left. Baker, the receiver in motion to the left. Split backs in the backfield. Slough takes the snap. He's going to fake the pitch. He's going to go out. No, he is going to roll out left, and he is going to be sacked for about a 1.5 yard loss, and it's going to be about 4th and 12 from the 33. So, from the 23. So a 40-yard field goal attempt probably not.
Very strong player, and he eluded, basically broke a tackler, got away from one, and still made a throw right on the money, but Baker couldn't come up with it as he was falling out of bounds.
So the Lions defense with a short rest, and now the handoff goes to Bennett, and Bennett has broken it all, and it looks like he is going to be gone on the first play from scrimmage on the drive for the Warriors, and he has broken it for a
77-yarder.
77-yard, and it looked as if, though, neither team was really ready to go. They kind of just loafed up to the line of scrimmage. It looked like a couple Bremen defensive players were stretching. Looked like the offense wasn't even set, ready to go, and then all of a sudden, boom, handoff. He's through the line. He kind of breaks 2 would-be tacklers, and then he is gone. For 6'5", 220 pounds, he's fairly swift, Coach.
Yeah, he moves really well for a guy of his size. And we've seen that a couple times this year where Bremen hasn't got their defense quite set. They're still moving around, and Woodlan took full advantage of that. Bennett broke a couple tackles, and he was gone.
So ice are set for the extra point. The kick is up. It is right down the middle, and we have a 13-11 ball game here in the sectional 34 championship game from Woodburn, Indiana. So again, the Lions leading 13-10. 13-10 with 3:04 left in the second period. We'll take a quick break and be back to finish the first half.
Lori Sumter with Phil Hahn and Associates of Napanee. The hometown team is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports on BroadcastSport.net. With over 29 years experience helping families meet their housing needs in the Waunee community. So if you're in the market to buy or sell a home, very simple. Give Lori a call at 574-773-4184.
And we're back at Woodburn. There's 3 minutes and 4 seconds left in the second period. Just an update. The winner of this game will take on the winner of Rensselaer Central and Bowman Academy. And that in the Western Indiana time zone is an hour behind. And in the first quarter, Rensselaer up 3-0. So we'll keep an eye on that score, but obviously we're more concerned with what we have going on here in Woodburn. So ISAR to kick. The kick is high, end over end. It is fielded at the 18-yard line by Fox. Fox up the middle. He is hit hard and taken down at the 30-yard line. So the Lions will take over. They got 30 yards to go in just under 3 minutes to see if they can take a 10-point lead going into the half. Again, they're up 13-10 after what seems like a Lion-dominated first half. But with one quick play, the Warriors busted it open to narrow the margin back down to 3.
That was Woodland's first offensive play over 17 yards and their first rushing play over 11 yards.
Great stats there, Coach. Thank you. I formation for the Lions. They will fake the dive to the fullback, pitch out left to Fox. He goes around the left side. He's going to pick up about 2 yards, we will say, close to 3. Looks like 3, so we'll give it 2nd down and 7 for the Lions now from their own 32. So 2nd and 8 from the own 32-yard line here.
Bremen does not look like they're in a great hurry. I don't know if Coach Holmes is going to try to run out the clock and he's content with a 3-point lead here, or if he's going to air it out here. I guess we'll see. No, it looks like we're in the Wildcat.
Back in the Wildcat. Slough out as a receiver. We have Bennett in the backfield now. Fox goes in motion. They are going to fake it, and Bennett will take it again himself. And he is tripped up, but he stays on his feet, and he is tough to bring down. Tough run there by Bennett.
There's a flag on the right, on our side of the field.
So Bennett looked like he picked up about 2.5 yards there, but there is a flag, so the clock will blow dead. Didn't know if Coach Haydock was calling timeout, thinking he might get the ball back here or what. But we do have a flag. And we'll see what the call is. Looks like an illegal shift on the Lions. So the same play they've run on the Wildcat 3 times, I believe, this first half, now is called for an illegal shift. So not quite sure what happened, but
they declined it.
The penalty is declined.
Just kidding.
Okay, check that. They are going to accept it, so it's going to be 2nd down and 9, it appears, from the 30-yard line.
Either coach can't figure out what he wants to do, or the refs can't figure out where to put the ball. We got 4 refs standing around the ball trying to figure out where we're going to put it.
So both teams advanced this game with a win. Obviously, last week, Bremen beat Churubusco in a thriller at Don Bungie Field, 35-28, running out the clock in the 4th quarter. And Woodlan defeated Prairie Heights 32-6. And we find ourselves with a Sectional 34 championship on the line here. So, 2nd, it appears, and 12 now.
I think the Lions will be content running out. I stand corrected.
Slough will throw a little swing pass on a bubble screen, it appears, to Zelmer, and Zelmer is across the 35-yard line to the 36. It's going to bring up a huge 3rd and 3 now for the Lions as they try and attack here and score to bust this game open here before halftime.
Yep. Ryan Zelmer is actually 2nd on the team in receptions this year, but all 3 of Slough's completions tonight have been to Zelmer, so they're going to try to find a way to get the ball in his hands tonight. So
I formation, tight end to the right, Slough back to pass. He's going to throw a quick hitch there to Bennett, and Bennett catches it for a 1st down. So that tandem that was absolutely lethal late last week hooks up again. Slough to Bennett for about 6 yards there.
And just as we talk about all Slough's passes going to Zelmer, sure enough, completes an out to Bennett, gets the 1st down, and maybe the Lions are not going to run the clock out.
So we're going to go I formation again. Both receivers out to the right have Bennett and Zelmer out to the right. Slough takes the snap. He drops back, play action pass. Both receivers are going deep, and now a deep out by Zelmer. Slough is going to try to get it to him, and it is broken up by number 5, Herman Rorick, the 5'6", 137-pound junior on the breakup there.
Zelmer definitely had the size advantage there, but Rorick used his quickness to step in, break up the play. He nearly had an interception.
So with the incomplete pass, the clock will stop, obviously. 57 seconds left in the 2nd period, 13-10. The Lions have the edge. We're going to go I formation to the right with both receivers out to the left. Zelmer now comes slightly in motion. We're going to pitch it out now to Fox. Fox is up the left sideline, and he is knocked out of bounds at the 47-yard line of the Lions, still on their own side of the field. So it's going to be about a 3rd and 4 for the Lions. Ball spotted just across the 47-yard line. 3rd and about 4 for the Lions. So big 3rd down. Will they go to the air, try to go deep, or will Coach Holmes be satisfied with this 3-point lead at the half? So Slough under center. I formation once again. Slough takes a snap, drops back 5 steps. He's got deep. He's got Zelmer all the way, and Zelmer is wide open, but the pass is underthrown, and oh my goodness, an absolute phenomenal catch by Ryan Zelmer. Ball underthrown as Zelmer was open deep down the right side. Zelmer comes back, and a jump ball with Zelmer and Greg White. And 6'4" outdoes 5'8", and the Lions have a 1st down on the 15-yard line of the Warriors. So as the ball spotted, the clock starts now, under 40 seconds. Clock is ticking.
The ball was a bit underthrown, but Zelmer just an absolutely outstanding effort to make that catch.
I formation, Slough takes a snap, under center. He drops back. He's going to throw out left. He's got a receiver, but as he is eluding the sack, he throws the ball out of bounds, and he is going to get caught with intentional grounding. So great coverage there as 3 defensive backs of the Warriors covered both Zelmer and Bennett out to the left there. Had nothing. Slough should have been sacked, but he stayed on his feet. Again, he is a tough, strong kid, and he just throws the ball out of bounds inside the pocket, and that's going to result in intentional grounding, which loss of down, which isn't that big of a deal at this point, but the yardage is. So Lions will have second down and about 18 or 19 from the Warrior 24-yard line. So Schlarb might get his chance here to put the Lions up by 6 with 20 ticks now left on the clock. 20 ticks. I formation. Slough under center. Takes a snap. Oh, we're going to double reverse. Flea flicker. Oh, no. Zomer is going to keep it, and he's going to run out to the left, and he is going to be tackled down about the 21-yard line, and he stays in bounds, but we have a timeout on the Lions' part with 10 seconds left on the clock. So we'll see if they will take one play, 3rd and 15, or if they will go ahead and kick it. I believe they're out of timeouts, Coach. Is that correct?
I'm not sure. I thought they might have had one left.
I thought Coach had taken 2 on offense, and this would be the 3rd, so we will see.
It does not look like the special teams unit is near the field. It looked like they were almost setting up for a flea flicker. Slough was had his feet set, his hands up, looking like he was ready for a pitch back from Zelmer, but Zelmer kept it. I don't know if that is out of design or if he just was doing that impromptu.
Well, from what I've heard, that play has been in the Bremen playbook for years, and it looked as if they were going to flea flicker, back to Slough and go deep, but Zelmer decided to keep it.
A couple years ago, they used the old reverse flea flicker play and got a big long gain to seal the victory for the conference championship against John Glenn.
Absolutely great memory there, Coach. Great work on the statistics. So, 3rd and 15, the Lions are going to take the snap here. Slough is in the shotgun. He's got 4 receivers. Zimmer is set in the backfield alongside of him to his left. Shotgun snap to Slough. Slough drops back. He's going to throw deep, but no, he is sacked as the play is blown dead, even though Slough was not down. He had a defender with a hold of one leg, and they blew the play dead, but he had not been tackled. So the football coaches of the Lions are not too pleased with that, as the play was blown dead, Slough down, but he had a defender with 1 foot of his, another defender ready to hit, but again, Slough's a tough kid. He's very, very strong, 6'2", 215-pound senior, and it is not easy to take him down. But the play blew dead, the clock runs out, and we go to halftime of this Sectional 34 championship game with the Lions ahead, 13-10. We're going to step away for a couple minutes. We'll have some stats for you as we come back and discuss some of this first half game. So again, Sectional 34 championship game, the Lions take a lead into the break, 13-10.
Phil Hahn and Associates, moving the people quickly ahead. Time is money. No one likes to have a vehicle break down. You lose valuable time. It's a hassle to deal with, and you may be stranded. Call Midway Truck and Equipment at 574-291-1095 to take care of it for you. Located 3 miles south of the US 20 bypass on US 31, Midway Truck and Equipment has been a reliable place for service for over 15 years. While they certainly care for construction equipment, commercial trucks, and forklifts, you can now have the same professional service on your family car, pickup, or minivan. Midway Truck and Equipment can get you back in service with minimal downtime. They're ASC certified with factory-trained technicians, have the knowledge and expertise to fix it right. They will diagnose and repair the problem, then they will recommend preventative maintenance to prevent costly and time-consuming maintenance. They even offer on-site service for vehicles and equipment that you can't bring to them. Call Midway Truck and Equipment at 574-291-1095 for routine repairs and options to keep your vehicle safe and dependable.
Well, we're back in Woodburn, Indiana. We're going to have some updates for you from around the state of Indiana. In 2A, Sectional 35, our semi-state possible matchup, Tipton and Delphi at the half. Tipton leads Delphi 31-0. In some Northern Indiana action, Concord playing at Elkhart Central tonight in the Sectional 10 championship. Concord leads 17-0 at the half. In 1A, Sectional 42, Pioneer leads Frontier 20-0. In Sectional 19, Fort Wayne Bishop Dwenger up 16-0 over East Noble at the half. Those are two very good teams. For the Fort Wayne folks, Lures in 3A for the first time in quite a while. They are down 28-7 in the third quarter to Fort Wayne Concordia. Down in Indianapolis, Carmel leads 17-0 over Fort Wayne Carroll. Battle of the Fort Waynes in Sectional 12. Snyder and Fort Wayne North knotted at 14 at the half. Staying in Fort Wayne, Norwell leads New Haven at the break in Sectional 20, 21-7. Oak Hill over Alexandria, 20-7 in Sectional 36. Southwood and South Adams in 1A Sectional 43 in the area as well, knotted at 14. In the first quarter, Clinton Prairie and Trice Central have no score. Winnemac, ranked number 1 in 1A for much of the year, a very good football team over there for the Winnemac Warriors, up 26-0 in the third in Sectional 41. Down at Westfield, the Westfield Shamrocks and the McCutcheon Mavs are scoreless in the first. The Jimtown Jimmies, rival of the Lions, up 14-0 over Twin Lakes in the first. That game is at Jimtown. And another conference foe, the John Glenn Falcons, are down to number 1 in 3A, Andrean, 21-0 in the second period. Mishawaka is over in the region at Munster tonight. They are down 7-0 in the first. And a huge game in the area, New Prairie and South Bend St. Joe. It is halftime at Sectional 18 there at St. Joe's beautiful new field. New Prairie has the lead there 7-6. West Lafayette over Yorktown in Sectional 28, 13-0 in the first quarter. East Chicago and Gary West 14-13 in favor of West in the first. Penn all the way over at Lake Station. They're in the second period. Penn ranked number 1 in 6A. The new 6A up 22-0 in the second quarter. And still Rensselaer and Bowman Academy. Rensselaer, who is the favorite in that game to face the winner of this game tonight, up 3-0 in the first. So there's some scores for you. We'll finish up some stats here and we'll be ready to go in just one moment back here from Woodburn, Indiana.
Aren't you getting tired of waiting on the internet? www should not stand for World Wide Wait. 4way.net offers wireless broadband internet service with nearly 50 towers throughout St. Joseph, Southern Elkhart, Marshall, Kosciuszko, and Fulton counties. Now you too can surf the web like your friends for as little as $49 per month. 4way can deliver the internet at speeds of up to 3 megabytes per second and beyond. Contact 4way.net at 574-277-7720 for an up-to-date status for your area. If you are in an area that you feel may benefit from their service, let them know. Visit their website at www.4way.net.
Well, back at Woodlan High School in Woodburn, Indiana, Coach Reagan Eakins now with some first half stats for you.
All right, we'll start out with Woodland. Number 8, the big tailback Jalen Bennett has 10 rushes for 105 yards and a touchdown, including the big long 77-yarder to narrow the Lion lead. Also rushing, number 1, Greg White has 6 rushes for 23 yards. Used him in a variety of ways, trying to get him on the outside, running some wildcat formation, really mixing it up, just trying to find creative ways to get him the ball. Also a couple other guys with some rushes for them. Overall, as a team, they got 19 carries for 136 yards and a touchdown. Their quarterback, Corbin Smith, finished the half 3 of 5, passing for 27 yards. And all 3 of those passes were completed to Greg White, so he has 3 receptions for 27 yards. Also, to round out their scoring, the kicker, Isar, had a 25-yard field goal. For the Lions, John Stoller had 1 carry for 7 yards, and then he had been sidelined for injury. We have not gotten an update on how he is doing, but we had thought that he would be a crucial part to the Lions offense tonight, but he has not seen action since the first carry for the Lions offense. Grant Cloco has 3 rushes for 18 yards. He was used to bring in and really diversify the offense, bring some quickness into the backfield. Had a nice long run his first run. Josh Fox has 6 carries for 23 yards, including a 1-yard touchdown run. Ryan Zelmer used more tonight rushing the ball than he has been in previous weeks. Had 5 carries for 17 yards, including a 3-yard score and a couple near scores, getting runs down on the goal line. Overall, also used Jacob Bennett in the Wildcat formation. He's got 2 carries for 8 yards. Overall, the Lions have 19 rushes for 79 yards and 2 scores. Both teams have 19 rushes, Woodlan for 136 yards, Bremen for 79. Passing the ball for the Lions, Kai Slough was 5 for 10 on the half, and surprisingly had 201 yards passing. I say surprisingly because it sure didn't seem like that, but he got a couple of long home run balls, including a 39-yarder, a 29-yarder, and a 38-yarder, and all of those were to Ryan Zelmer. And Ryan Zelmer did have 4 catches for 196 yards, and the other catch was Jacob Bennett for a 5-yard gain. The Lions did miss an extra point, and that is where we are now with the Lions up 13-10.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate the stats there. You know, something that we alluded to early in the broadcast was, you know, the fact that Bremen, again, playing for their 3rd sectional championship in 4 years. The Woodland Warriors, none of these players have seen a Woodland sectional championship in their lifetime. Last one was in 1988. And you know, being here, just being around sports a long time, you can tell, even if the score doesn't necessarily show it, sometimes the game doesn't appear as though the score might show. And early on, you could tell Bremen was absolutely ready to play. A great coaching call to start the game off. Great execution by the Lions, and then obviously punching it in after a great pass. But the Lions just seemed to really outplay the Warriors for the entire first, other than the one run from Jalen Bennett that maybe sparked the Warriors, maybe not. Didn't get to see much of them after that. Good news is for the Lions that they did not get the ball back after that. So we don't know if that spurred them on or not. So some good time there for the Lions as we go into the half with the Lions ahead 13-10.
You know, you say, talking about the culture of a program, and a lot of these Bremen kids, you know, being a 2A school and having as many sports as they do, a lot of these kids participate in other sports. And I know several of them participate on the baseball team who got a sectional championship last year, and other sports that are very successful. And it just really shows that these Bremen kids have been involved in a lot of wins, and they've experienced a lot of success, not only in football and their careers, but also in other sports. And it really shows tonight. Some of the key players for the Lions, some of these seniors did play 2 years ago when they went to semi-state. I know Caleb Koffel and Tyler Koffel saw some action on the offensive line back then. Ryan Zelmer played quite a bit in special teams. John Stoller has been a 4-year just absolute stud on the kickoff team. He's getting some time to shine now at the running back position. But some of these guys, you know, have really experienced some quality football and gotten some quality wins in their careers.
Yeah, we've said multiple times already, very, very similar teams on paper. If you come into this game, almost identical in a lot of facets. You know, same record, same position in a conference. 2 conferences that are very, very similar as far as size of schools, strength of schedules. Their SAG ratings are very, very similar. Bremen a 64.5, Woodland almost a 67. You know, Bremen ranked 10th in Class 2A, Woodland ranked 8th. So just a lot of similarities, but one thing that you can never rule out is success breeds success. The last 4 years, Bremen, again this year, they're 8-3. Last year, 6-4. Lost a tough double overtime sectional opener last year. Then 2 years ago, 13-1, almost took a state championship and might have had they have gotten past Fort Wayne Lures in a phenomenal game over there. And then in Coach Holmes' first year, 9-4 in the sectional championship. So again, these kids to this date have won 36 games in their high school career, and that just cannot be substituted with anything else. Now the Warriors, on the other hand, their program is turning around. The previous 4 years, they've been 6-34, 3-7 last year, 1-9 the previous 3 seasons. The last time they were above 500 was 2005. The last time they had won a sectional game was 2005, and again, no sectional championship since 1988. So possibly playing a role in this game. You know, you can never rule out what success does to a program. Again, this is the 7th meeting between these two head coaches. Coach Haydock has beaten Coach Holmes 4 out of 6 times when they were matched up over in Northwest Indiana. 1 time in the postseason. But again, Coach Holmes is 2-0 in sectional championship games at Bremen, and one of those on the road, 9-3 in 4 years of postseason coaching.
You know, talking about that 13-1 season the Lions had a couple seasons ago, I know Mitch Huppert was a part of that team, and he's listening right now, so we'll give him a little shout-out to him and talk a little bit about that. Their semi-state game, they traveled over to Fort Wayne to play Fort Wayne Lures, who was just absolutely loaded with talent. They had big 6'3" running back Jalen Smith, who's now at Notre Dame, and he's a true freshman at Notre Dame, playing really, really well, turning into a stud there. So those of you that weren't able to make that game, it was truly an honor and a privilege to watch him on a high school field, because he could do some just phenomenal things. And the Lions were a fumble away from really making that game exciting. They had a 4th and 10, ran a halfback screen, got the ball out, had some grass in front of him, and coughed it up. Otherwise, Bremen would have been traveling with really good field possession, time winding down in the 4th, and only down 7 points.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a phenomenal season with a great group of seniors, some great talent, but, you know, also just great tradition. You know, a lot of times Bremen feeds off of the Long Green Lions, some phenomenal football tradition here for the Lions. You know, one thing we haven't talked about as Woodlan comes out of the West locker rooms and they come onto the field with their navy blue jerseys, their royal blue pants, and their silver helmets, is both of these teams have been very good in the second half all year, but you know, not having seen Woodlan play before this and having seen Bremen play, Coach Holmes has made some outstanding halftime adjustments. You know, just even as a Lions fan, last week at Cherubusco, in the first 6 minutes of that game, it looked as if Cherubusco was honestly in control and was the better team. You know, and going into halftime, it was 21-21 with just 2 minutes left in the first half. You know, then they broke open another 50, 60-yard run to take the lead at halftime, 28-21, and it really felt as if Cherubusco had the momentum at the break. But Coach Holmes just made, and his staff made an outstanding adjustment and just absolutely dominated the second half. The Lions did not give up a single point. It seemed like they didn't even give up a first down to the Eagles last week. So they give 28 points in the first half. They hold the Eagles scoreless, and they score 2 touchdowns of their own, run out the clock in the fourth quarter, and one of the best, you know, halftime adjustments I've seen in high school football.
Had the privilege of talking to Coach Holmes this week, and he just really credited his staff and also the experience that he and his staff have had over the years, so that they could make that halftime adjustment. Defensive coordinator Sean Campbell, he has a lot of experience. Assistant coach Marty Huber assists in every way possible. Just really, really knows his football. He takes the special teams duties, and also Coach Simmons had a little hand in the defensive adjustments last week. Speaking of the team from 2 years ago, it looks like Nate Leeper might be down in attendance at this game, helping Kai Slough get loose, maybe even giving him a pointer or two. Although Slough doesn't need any pointers right now with going 5 of 10 for 201 yards.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Holmes will take 200 yards. Now, he said this week in the paper that he might mix it up, and with Coach Holmes that usually means he'd like to throw the football. I'm sure he knows he's got to run out a little bit, but I'm sure he's seen some mismatches, and they will attack in the second half.
Bremen definitely has the size advantage as far as receivers. They got Ryan Zelmer listed at 6'1". He's probably a little closer to 6'2" or 6'3", and Woodland's secondary is all under 5'10". So they definitely have exploited that advantage thus far.
So again, the Lions will receive here as they kicked off, but they recovered the pooch. It is 13-10. The Lions lead in the Sectional 34 championship game from Woodlan High School in Woodburn, Indiana. We'll be back in a couple minutes to start the second half.
The market is located just up the street from Bremen's football field on State Road 331 And they aren't newcomers to Bremen. Charles Schramm has continued what his father Woody started in 1944. Innovation and great customer service have always been key philosophies at Woody's. Lions fans not only shop at Woody's because it's close to home and has some great groceries and service, but also Woody's supports many things in Bremen. Whether it's corporate sponsorships or student scholarships, count on Woody's. Check out their website at www.woodysupermarket.com.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical Indiana high school budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And we're back at Woodlan High School in Woodburn, Indiana, as the Lions lead 13-10, getting ready for the second half kickoff.
Something to note here is John Stoller, tailback and special teams extraordinaire for the Lions, is on the field right now. Looks to be loose, maybe could be getting back in the action right now. We'll see. His legs are loose. He will not be in here on the kickoff return team, but we'll see if he gets going on offense or the kickoff team.
Any Bremen fans out there listening to us, go ahead and send us an email. Let us know you're listening, and we'll give a shout-out to you here on the air. Just to update you on some more area games, Concord is still ahead of Elkhart Central 17-0. Concordia still up 28-7 in the third over Lures. Winnemac 33-0 over West Central in the third. Jimtown up 28-0. Jimtown looks to be well on their way to another sectional championship. John Glenn down 21-0 to Andrean, number 1 in 3A. Mishawaka up 8-7 in the fourth over Munster. New Prairie still to have 7-6 ahead over St. Joe. And as we prepare for the beginning of the second half, kicker Isar for the Warriors is going to kick off from the 40-yard line. For the Lions, Fox and Cloco back deep to receive the kick. And we're going to get underway here with the second half.
If anyone out there knows how to pronounce Isar's name and we are butchering it, we apologize now.
So the kickoff
bounces at the 1-yard line with a little backspin. Fox has to pick it up and brings it out to the 15 and is tackled abruptly by a Woodland Warrior.
Well, I'll tell you, one huge advantage the Lions have is receiving. You know, after that long run from Bennett there to kind of give the Warriors their first momentum of the game at all. You know, they go into the half, kind of squelch that momentum, and then the Lions get the ball to start the half. So hopefully that will play in the favor of the Lions here as they come out with Slough under center, I formation with Holderman as the fullback to the left, Zelmer out wide to the left. They're going to go up the middle with Fox. Fox is hit about a yard past the line of scrimmage. He falls forward with a gain of 2. Second down and 8 for the Lions. You know, the Lions haven't been too tricky lately. They are flat out running it up the gut in their I formation with Fox.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Stoller is out there right now, but Zach Zimmer, again, as we alluded to earlier, is just doing a phenomenal job of leading Fox, giving him some room to work with, and just consistently getting 3 or 4 yards on a carry.
Split backs now. They're going to fake the handoff to Fox. He's going to run a little out pattern, and he's got the ball fumbling around his shoulder. Not sure if he catches it or not. It looks like he had it. He got it, but he was fumbling the ball as it sat on his shoulder there, and the official did rule that he was out of bounds once he grabbed possession.
There is a flag on the play. I believe that we have a hold on the Lions, and we'll take it back 10 yards, so the catch was irrelevant anyways.
So it looks like we have a hold. Now the Warriors fans are getting into the game, and the Warriors players on the field are motioning for the fans to get in this game. So
I think the Lions need to get at least some positive yardage here, just to try to quiet down the crowd a bit and to just take some of the momentum away from Woodland. before they give him the ball back.
And we do have a final from Pioneer. Pioneer 32-0 over Frontier in the sectional championship game there in 1A. Second and 20 for the Lions. Now Slough under center with split backs, tight end to the left. They're going to fake the handoff, fake the counter. Slough goes up to the left, and he is going to be absolutely mauled. He is inside his own 5-yard line, about the 3-yard line. It's going to be, what, Coach, about 3rd and 25?
It's, yeah, close to it, about 3 and 24. Myrick Thiem on the sack there with a big hit. Thiem has been a leader of this defense, 63 tackles coming into this game, 3 for a loss and an interception. So just as we hope that we could get some momentum back here to start the third period, the Lions now deep at their own 3-yard line, 3rd and 23. In the I formation, Slough under center. He's going to take the snap. He's going to quick 3-step drop back, and he's going to throw the ball deep to Zelmer, and the ball is overthrown by about 10 yards with absolutely no chance. Slough could not take a chance of a sack. Drop back with a quick 3-step drop, threw it up, but out through Ryan Zelmer. That was actually a very, very smart play by Tim Lockett. The ball was not really near Zelmer, and Lockett could have had a chance to pick it off. He did not go after it because he knew that they could get better field position coming up on 4th down with the punt return. So that was actually a very, very smart play, something you don't normally see a high school kid thinking through and figuring out in the play, especially with an opportunity to shine in a sectional championship and get an interception. But that was phenomenal thinking there.
Well, this Woodland Warriors team is very well coached. Coach Haydock has a state championship under his belt and a state runner-up under his belt. The kick is flobbed off the side of the foot of Schlarb. They do get a Bremen roll, but it is going to roll dead at the 31-yard line of the Lions. Unfortunately, a bad turn of events here to start the third period for the Lions. The Lions will have to respond to some adversity here, as they will be stuck with great field position for the Warriors to take over 1st and 10 from the Lions' 31-yard line.
You know, the kicking game has really been a strength for Bremen so far this year. Lucas Schlarb is averaging 37.5 yards per punt. He's actually kicked one 59 yards, but that has not been there tonight when he has had 2 kicks averaging at 25 yards.
And as the Lions have a great start to the first half, the Warriors have a great start to the second half. Couldn't ask for much better. They go with a wing T, and as White goes in motion around the fullback, he gets the handoff around the right side and only picks up about maybe a half yard. They're going to spot it right back at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and 10.
Middle linebacker Zach Zimmer in on the action. He has done a phenomenal job of sniffing out what Woodland is trying to do, although a lot of times it's just coming back up the middle to him.
Same exact play out of the wing T. White has the ball, and he is absolutely throttled out of bounds by Jacob Bennett. Now, if Mr. Dean Hupper were here tonight, that would have been the hit of the night on Fox 28. I am sure of that. What a hit by Jacob Bennett there.
Yeah, he had full speed. He was running full speed from his safety position, was just tracking White the whole time, and just absolutely lowered a shoulder and leveled him into the Bremen sideline.
Better news for Bremen, though, than the hit is that the Warriors have 3rd and 6, and they run the same play the other side of the field for Bennett. Bennett is tripped up with about a 2-yard gain. It's going to be about 4th and 4. So just as Bremen is stuck with great field position there, they have a great stand. It's 4th and 4, and about 5 substitutes come in the game. Are they punting here?
I think they're going to try to kick a field goal. They got the ball on the 25-yard line. This is going to be a 42. They're going to move it up, place it at the 31-yard line for a 41-yard field goal. Again, Isar is 2 for 4 now on the year from field goals.
His long on the season is 32. The kick is up.
And it is
good. What is the official yardage there, Coach?
41-yarder.
41 yards. That is impressive. He is now 3 of 5 on the year, 2 of 2 in this game. 41 yards?
41-yarder. We just got word from the press box that he is an all-conference soccer player. So apparently he has been focusing on soccer till that finished up, and I don't know how they got him out for the football team, but that is a phenomenal job of recruiting him to the football squad, because that was a long field goal for a high school game.
You know, Coach Reagan and I grew up in Southern Indiana at Seymour High School, and as we were growing up, the kicker on the front cover of USA Today, Brian Robertson, was the kicker at our high school, and he knotted a 63-yarder in high school to get on the cover of USA Today, and he went on a full-rate scholarship and kicked at Indiana University. Since him, I have not seen a field goal from that distance in high school, but that was impressive, Coach.
Yeah, it was. He had a 64-yard attempt in the semi-state game against Cathedral, but got blocked. Fox now returns it from the 10, breaks it loose all the way up until the 47-yard line. A great 37-yard return for Josh Fox.
And you know, that was Sawyer was really pumped up after the field goal. He had a great kick, but it was one of those kicks where Fox caught it in stride. It was a low kind of a lining kick, and he caught it in stride and just went straight up the gut, and it had some momentum, and he just split right through the center of that kickoff coverage.
Saar's been kicking high end over end kicks all night, and really Bremen hasn't been able to get much from it, but that was unlike the rest of his kicks, and Fox got some momentum and had a nice return. So
Woodlan back out in their 4-3 defense. Bremen in the I formation. Slough takes the handoff and hands off to Cloco, and Cloco is stuffed. So it seems as if Coach Haydock has made an adjustment at halftime, and the Lions' offense is sputtering here to open the third period, as we now have a knotted game, 13-13, with 8.5 minutes to go in the third period.
Good news, though, for the Lions fans. John Stoller is back out in action. He's back at fullback. They've moved Zimmer back to the tight end position. So we'll see if they go to Stoller here in the near future.
So back with the I formation, tight end out to the right. Both receivers, Bennett and Zelmer, to the left. Slough under center in the I formation. Drops back, 5-step drop. He's got a nice slant over the middle on a post pattern there to Bennett, and Bennett catches for about 14 yards. And again, if we've seen that once, we've seen it a dozen times this season, is Bennett on the crossing pattern over the middle, and Slough puts it right on his numbers.
Yeah, it seems like anytime they throw to Zelmer, they end up throwing something deep. Anytime they go to Bennett, it's either a slant over the middle or about a quick 6-8 yard out. Apparently it's harder to stop than we think, because it's been very, very successful this year.
So split backs now. Slough pitches to the left to Cloco, and it is dropped. Fortunately for the Lions, what could have been about an 8-yard loss, as Cloco and Slough did not know the play, or at least what the other one was planning on doing. But Zelmer picks it up and runs about 15 yards, but only picks up about 4. But luckily, that 8-yard loss turned into a 4-yard gain.
That was phenomenal instincts by Zelmer, realizing that the play was in shambles, picks up the ball, eludes some tacklers, makes a move, showed his athleticism, and somehow manages to get a 4-yard gain out of that.
Stoller behind Slough. Stoller will get the fullback dive out of the 4 wide receiver, 1 back formation for the Lions. He picks up 3 more yards. It's going to be third and a really long 3 for the Lions.
You know, this is a pretty big third down here. Probably the biggest third down so far for the Lions, as Woodlan has all the momentum on their side, and the Lions really could use another first down here.
The Lions really need this first down. Coach Huppert would say this is the biggest third down of the game. Great time to go to the tight end, so we will see what the Lions do here. They go with their split back formation. Zelmer motions in tight. They're going to pitch it out to Stoller. Stoller, he's running behind the big Zach Ricketts on the block there. Great block by Ricketts, and Stoller pushes forward for about an 8-yard gain. 7 yards there on the gain, down to the 26-yard line of the Warriors. So that much-needed first down, we get there, Coach.
Yeah, great job by Stoller being patient, waiting for the big Zach Ricketts, big junior, 6'5", 280. That might be a little underestimation. Gets out, gives him a big block, able to pick up the first down and then some.
This Lions line has done a great job all season. We're back in the I formation. Zelmer out wide to the left. He comes in formation all the way across the field to the right now. And we're going to hand off up the middle to Fox. Fox might break it. And he's tripped up for about a 9-yard gain. Looked like he might have broken it there, but we had an arm that tripped him up, and he picks up 9. Second down and 1 yard for Lions.
The Lions are again going back to rotating Fox and Cloco. Cloco got a couple runs. They bring in Fox to run some more power runs. He goes up the middle there and gets him a 9-yard gain, and they're going to stick with him. Probably go back to either him or Stoller here.
I formation. Stoller at fullback, Fox at tailback, Slough under center. Takes the snap. He's going back up the middle to Fox. Fox will have the first down. He plows across and falls across the 15 to just about the 14 of the Warriors. So after a momentum-shifting turn of events and a great field goal kick from the Warriors kicker, the Lions are marching down the field in the opposite direction just when they needed to, putting a great drive together.
Can't say enough about the leadership and the performance by the offensive line for Bremen. Just continuing, again, getting the 3- and 4-yard gains when they really, really need it.
I formation, they're going to... Oh, they fake the fullback dive.
Slough
rolls out to the right. Didn't know if there was some confusion on that play, but Slough is still on his feet, and he is all the way down to the 2-yard line.
Well, that started as a blunder of a play. I don't know if they were trying to do a play action to Stoller or if the ball was supposed to go to Stoller.
It looked as if possibly they were faking the fullback dive and pitching out to the left as they've done often, but it was not there. It looked as if Slough was going to be sacked, and then he just turns it and puts it in full gear. I haven't seen Kai run that fast all season, but luckily for the Lions, they're down to the 1-yard line, 1st and goal.
Yeah, that's twice this series now that the Lions have had a play that looked like was going nowhere, and they've just made some really athletic plays to pick up some yardage.
And they're going to punch it in here with Ryan Zelmer in the full-house backfield. Zelmer with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game, and the Lions have gotten back on top 19-13 with 5:01 here left in the 3rd period.
Again, Ryan Zelmer has 23 carries on the year coming into tonight for 67 yards, barely averaging less than 3 yards per carry because of what we just saw. Put him in goal line situations, short yardage situations, comes in, punches it through, gets his 9th rushing touchdown of the year.
The extra point is up from Schlar out of the hold of Bennett and the snap of Allen. It is good. 20-13 in favor of the Lions. And being IU basketball fans, we'll just throw a shout-out tonight to the Purdue basketball team who ekes by Northern Kentucky by 1 point.
Wow.
But as the teams prepare for the kickoff, we'll take a quick break and be right back.
Let me look.
Computers is the place to find great computers, great service, and really great people. Stop by their showroom located at 2116 West Woodlan Avenue in Goshen and see what's new in home and office computing. Their friendly service team is there to help with all of your computer repairs, whether you need a tune-up or a complete format and reinstall. New computers, high-speed DSL, Verizon Air cards, they've got it all. Mapletronics is your hometown store for computers and more. Give them a call at 534-2830 or visit their website at www.mapletronics.com.
Back at Woodland High School in Woodburn, Indiana, the Lions punch it in on a much-needed drive, and the Lions hopefully have the momentum back here with 5:01 left in the 3rd. 20-13, the Lions lead as Schlarb sets to kick off here. Got White and Bennett back for the Warriors. And another pooch kick is fielded this time. Warriors, he will take a knee at the 35-yard line. So the Warriors will take over at the 35.
Alec Evans covers there. I think that has been addressed for Woodland, that they are not going to give up another pooch recovery on a kickoff there to Bremen.
Yeah, I'm sure that is going to eat at Coach Haydock if, in fact, the Lions do come through in this game. I'm sure he's going to think back to that all off season, but the Lions have quite a bit of work to do until that time. In the stacked wing tee, they're going to fake it to Bennett. They're going to counter it with White, and White speeds around the right side, tackled by Jacob Bennett for the Lions. Bennett doing a great job at that safety position, a gain of 6.
Nice job of White being patient on the counter, giving Mitchell Van Brocklin, I think, an opportunity to just get out, block for him. Picked up a nice block and was close to breaking that for quite a bit.
Other than that big run, Bennett has been very quiet. White doing much of the damage or what has been done. And now they're going to run the exact same play the opposite side of the field with Bennett now countering off of the motion from White. And they're going to pick up just enough as Bennett falls across the 45, and they spot it across the 45 for a first down for the Warriors. So the exact same play back to the other side of the field.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. As you said earlier, they found something that they like, and we'll see if they continue to use that formation, use counters, get some sweeps, maybe get White out on the outsides, and they're lined up in the same formation again.
Bennett with about 2,300 yards on the year. White with about 500. They're going to do a reverse, but the ball is fumbled on the exchange between Bennett and White. So in the turn of events, the Lions pick up a break there, and a loss of 7 on the play will bring up 2nd and 17.
It looked like Bennett was going to hand it off for a reverse, and it looked like White didn't want it or didn't know it was coming and ended up fumbling.
In a drastic turn of events in South Bend with a 7-6 score at the half. New Prairie now up 28-6 in the third quarter over South Bend St. Joe. Now, for the first time tonight, I believe we will see Corbin Smith, that quarterback, in the shotgun. He's going to throw a slant pattern to number 25, Caleb Stieglitz, a 6'3 senior, and the pass is complete. Gain of about 12 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 5. 3rd and a long 4 for the Warriors. So a nice pass. The Lions actually had really good coverage. That ball was thrown right on the money, probably about 6 inches off of being tipped away by a Lions linebacker. So they will stay in the shotgun, Will Smith. He's got Bennett back with him. He's got Stieglitz out wide to the left. He's got White short side of the field in the slot, and they're going to run a handoff out of the shotgun, and another great stiff arm around the right side from Bennett, and he gets about 30 yards on the run, or close there too. Check that, he stepped out of bounds. They're going to give him about 19 officially on the play, and it looks as if they're going to go with no backs. So
stay in shotgun.
Now a variety of formations after seeing much the same. No, he gets under center. Got 3 wide receivers out to the left. He's got Bennett and White, 2 of those. They're going to run a little swing flare pass out to Bennett, and Bennett is going down the left side. He's going to be run out of bounds right around the first down marker, about a yard short. So
that actually looked like a lateral pass, so I guess that's technically rushing yards.
Yep, a little swing pass, so we will give him the benefit of the doubt. Looks like, as usual, they're getting the ball to their playmaker.
Bennett looks a little bit winded. A couple players told us this week that they make sure that they give him his breaks. And I don't know how they fit in breaks averaging 30 yards or 30 carries a game, but he must find a way to get a couple breaks now and then. But the sectional championship, I don't think they're going to give him a whole lot of breaks here in the second half.
So the Warriors threatening 2nd and 2 from the Lions. 22. The handoff goes to, it appears it went to White. And yes, it did, in fact, and he has a first down across the 20-yard line down to the 18-yard line of the Lions. So, just trickling away one after another. 5 yards here, 6 yards there, 8 yards here, and the Warriors have put together a nice little drive here in the red zone of the Lions. So White again goes in motion. They're going to fake it. They're going to counter it again to Bennett, just as they've done all night, multiple times. He picks up about 3, so they're just taking their chunks out of the Lions' defense. And the Lions have been very, very stingy in the red zone. They need to continue this here.
Nice defensive effort there by Ryan Zomer. Looked like he fought off at least 1 block, maybe even 2. To grab Bennett by the legs and bring him down.
I think we've seen tonight, if teams don't make mistakes themselves on their drives, they've been successful. Now nearing the 1-minute mark in the third period. Shotgun again. Bennett takes the handoff out of the backfield in the shotgun. He picks up about 3 more yards, and it's going to be 3rd and 5. 3rd and a long 4 for the Warriors down to about the 12-yard line.
Looks like Woodland's going to use a little bit, maybe shotgun formation, show some new things out of shotgun that we have not seen yet tonight.
And again, this is the biggest third down of the game. Why? Because it's the next one. 20-13, Bremen leads as the clock is under a minute in the third period. Corbin Smith set to take the snap in the shotgun with 3 receivers out to the left.
Quarterback draw, gone nowhere. A phenomenal tackle in the backfield by Joey Bailey. 5'5", 142-pound junior linebacker. Has made some really nice plays defensively on the year for the Lions, and he is just phenomenal at sneaking into the backfield. That 5'5" height as a linebacker doesn't hurt him, and makes a phenomenal play.
So with a long 4th and 4 from about the 12-yard line, ISAR will come out to attempt a 29-yard field goal from the 19-yard line. The snap is down, the hold is good, the kick is up, and
just right. Had plenty of leg, great arc, but just missed it right. We couldn't even tell from here if it was in or not.
Very, very close. Just sneaks outside the right upright, and again, the Lions are in possession. With 4 seconds to go, they'll have one play here in the third quarter, and then it will be fourth quarter time here in Woodland. So the Lions, with a nice drive here and a score, could really make this fourth quarter difficult on the Warriors. So I formation, so I'll have one play here. Again, they're going to hand it off to Fox, and he is just stuffed. And he's probably going to maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. Yep, they're going to give him the line of scrimmage, and that will end the third period. Score is 20-13 with the Lions on top. 12 minutes away from a sectional championship. The Bremen Lions hopefully coming back to Bremen tonight with the fire trucks, but we will see after 12 minutes as we come back in just a short break.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also like the
The Warriors want a flag, but to no avail. They are not going to get it. So the Lions take over on downs from the 30-yard line. We'll see if the Lions can do exactly what they did last week, exactly what they need. A long drive to cap off a sectional championship. So 5:46 left. The Lions ahead by 1 score. Can they finish it?
Do have to give a little bit of, or a lot of credit there for the coverage there. Bo Beeson breaks up the play. Just phenomenal coverage all the way around from the defense.
So out of the I formation, they fake the fullback dive and they pitch it out. They pitch it out to Fox. Fox around the right side. He picks up, it looks like, about 8 yards on first down. A great first down to start off this drive. So we're going to have a 2nd and 2. The Lions on their own 37-yard line. Again, that clock is our best friend when it is ticking. 5 minutes and 30 seconds. 20-13. The Lions ahead, trying to pull out the sectional 34 crown.
Yeah, I think you can rest assured that the Lions will keep the ball on the ground. A steady dose of, I would assume, of Josh Fox here to close out the 4th quarter.
Under center. They got a fullback dive, but unfortunately there's a fumble. It looks like the Lions did recover their own fumble. I didn't see who was at the fullback position. Maybe Zimmer.
It was Stoller.
Well, the Lions there with a bad break and then a huge break there. They return by recovering their own fumble. So luckily they recovered it forward, and they have 3rd and about 2 feet to go for a first down to keep this drive going. As that clock ticks, tick, 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 we near the 4.5-minute mark, getting the Lions up by 7. So in the I formation, got 2 tight ends there. Zelmer motions out straight to the left. Fox plows forward for the first down as he lands across the 40-yard line. Gain of a couple, but it's enough. That's all we need right now. Get that ball spotted and get that clock moving.
Yep, expect a steady dose of Josh Fox here. Keep it going. Count on the offensive line. I would assume that we're going to keep running the ball behind the Coffles on the left side.
The 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. They're going to fake the fullback dive, and they're going to pitch it out to the left. Stoller is hit. He is upended for about a 2-yard gain, and Coach Haydock, I believe, wants a timeout to stop the clock.
Well, again, running the ball to the left side. They toss it out left. Tyler Coffles pulling around the left side. Gets a nice block. Fortunately, the rest of the blocking wasn't there, as Woodlan is expecting the Lions, of course, to run.
I'll tell you what the difference in this ball game has been is obviously a game of momentum, and the Lions have scored when they need to, but defensively, stopping an outstanding rushing team tonight and being especially stingy when they put drives together. They've gotten down to the 30. They've gotten down to the 20. 3 or 4 times, and the Lions have just not let up, even though they've had 2 really nice field goal kicks. You know, that's 6 points instead of 14. That's the difference in this ball game right now. So, with 3 minutes and 56 seconds on the clock, the Lions up by 7, have a 2nd down and 8 from their own 42. So the Warriors out now in their 4-3 defense. We'll see what the Lions do. I'm sure they'll keep it on the ground. The I formation to the right, both receivers out to the left. Stoller at fullback, Fox at running back, Zelmer in motion out to the right. Slough under center. He takes the snap. Fullback dives to Stoller. Stoller plows ahead. Great job on that offensive line, and they pick up 4 more yards. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Boy, I tell you what, this might be the biggest 3rd down of the season thus far. A first down here keeps this drive going. Is going to force the Warriors to use both their last timeouts, which could mean if we get 2 more first downs, that could be the ball game.
Yep, I would venture to say that they're going to run the ball to the left side here. Split backs, I don't know. We'll see.
Split backs, they got Stoller to the right, Fox to the left, receiver out to each side, And they're going to pitch it out right to Stoller. Stoller on the right side. He could have the line. He could. And he dives across the first down line out of bounds across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Wide receiver Ryan Zelmer comes in, gets a nice block. Stoller again patient on his read. Gets outside of everyone. It's a race to the sticks. He got there and got the first down. Would have been... And they're saying that he stayed in bounds. He slid to stay in bounds, so the clock will start running.
Very smart play there from Mr. John Stoller as the clock under 3 minutes. We just got word Rensselaer. If the Lions hang on, Rensselaer up 17-0. That could be who the Lions face if they finish this one off. 2:45 as that clock continues to tick. It is our best friend. I formation. Fullback dive again to Stoller, and he's got a nice chunk on first down, about 5 yards there. So, Coach Haydock takes his second time out of the half with 2:36 to go. The Lions are 2:36 away and probably just 2 more first downs away from a sectional 34 crown, their third in 4 years. We'll be right back.
The Koffel reputation for superb craftsmanship and a high level of personal service has caught the attention of custom home buyers, but their construction portfolio includes starter homes and major remodel projects as well. With his wife Jenny, Matt has made a career of building for the past 20 years. Koffel Construction will provide the most home that the budget allows, a home that will be well designed and solidly built. You may contact the office of Koffel Construction at 574-546-4302.
And we're back at Woodlan High School, 2:36 to go. 2nd and 5 for the Lions. The Woodlan Warriors have 1 timeout remaining. The Lions are in solid control here. Looks like they will go to a shotgun here. Possibly no. Slough just looking over the defense, making an audible or faking the audible like Peyton Manning would do. But no, split back. Slough under center now. He pitches out to the left to Fox. Fox is going, and he stays on his feet, not tripped up. He's still going. He could run all the way. He could put this game away, but no, he is stopped inside the 10.
We do have a flag on the play back at the 40-yard line. Oh, my. I was watching that play, and I don't know about that. I think they're going to have Tyler Koffel getting out in front, and it looked like he was the one that actually got cut a little bit low. But they're going to call it against the Lions. Now that's going to take us back.
Wow, I do not know about that. I honestly don't think that was the correct call, but you know what?
And Tyler Koffel is trying to dispute his case because he agrees with us.
I don't know, but they're wearing the stripes, so they get the call. We have to respect it, and thus the play must stand. They will replay the down. 2nd down now and about 16 from the 45. Wow, what a costly penalty there. The clock is stopped due to the dead ball. 2:25 left. 2nd and 16 for the Lions. They need to pick up a first down. The Warriors have 1 timeout remaining. So Slough under center with the I formation. Stoller and Fox behind Slough respectively. Up the middle to Fox. Fox is gone again, and he almost hurdles Greg White and takes it to the house. A 12-yard gain on 2nd down brings up a huge 3rd and 4, and Coach Haydock takes his last time out. 3rd down and 4 from the Warrior 43. This is, without question, the biggest 3rd down of the game. A first down here on 3rd and 4 means as long as we keep the football, we have the sectional crown.
Again, I know we've said this multiple times, but Bremen continues to pound the ball down the left side, right behind their 2 senior linemen, Caleb Koffel and Tyler Koffel, and it has not failed them. They were in a tough situation with a 2nd and 16, and they pick up 12 of them back there to give themselves a shot here on 3rd down. I'd be surprised if there wasn't another run here following the left side of their line. You
know, the Woodlan Warriors have played some tough games this year. They played one of the top 5 4A teams in the state to a 14-7 bout early in the season, so they are battle-tested, but so are the Lions, and the Lions are confident. They have won, like we have said, 2 sectionals in the last 3 seasons. This could be 3 or 4, so 2:13 on the clock.
Switching things around, Tyler Koffel has moved to the right guard position. I don't know if this is trying to get him so he can pull or what. It is. He pulls out to the right side. Fox doesn't give him time to use his blocker, and he will lose a yard here.
So now it will be 4th and 6, but fortunately for the Lions, the clock is still running. And as the play clock is just now started, we will see the Warriors get the ball back with about 1:25 on the clock, and a good punt could make them go 80 or 90 yards. So we will see what kind of a punt we get here.
Looks like the Lions are going to let the clock run down. Coach Holmes is going to call a timeout as the play clock is ending. Oh, maybe not. They're hustling up to the line of scrimmage. No, they will not. They will call the timeout. Coach Holmes wisely takes the timeout. Special teams wasn't ready, and I think he was just trying to let as much time run off the clock as he could.
So 1:25 to play. The Warriors most likely will have to go 80 to 90 yards. In another area score, Concord wins the Sectional 17 championship 34-0. So again, the way it looks right now, if the Lions can hang on, they will travel to Rensselaer next Friday night for the regional championship, but we have to finish this off here during the last minute and 25 seconds. I will say again that this appears to have been another outstanding coached week for the Bremen Lions. They were without question ready to play.
Yeah, I again talked to Coach Holmes, and I've heard they've had some subpar practices in recent weeks, as far back as the past month, but this week was the best week of practice they've had of the year, and they're going to try a fake. Fox takes it, runs around the right side, and they pick up a first down. Holy cow, what a play call and what execution by the Lions. Fox picks up 10 yards, and the Lions will take over. All they have to do now is take a knee and run out the clock, and they will be sectional champions.
And that is a play that they practice all season long, and that is the first time that we have seen that this year, I believe. I know we saw it last year, I know we saw it the year before, but they practice it all year, and the Lions will take their victory formation with a couple knees, and this championship game will be over. That's one knee, and the Lions will just need one more, and they will be the Sectional 34 champions, their third in 4 years. Clock ticking, 45 seconds to go. Just an awesome sight as you see the Bremen players celebrating on the sideline in a well-deserved sectional championship after a phenomenal season to this point. The Woodlan Warriors consoling each other on the sideline. A valiant effort, a great season on their part will come to a conclusion. And now the last snap has been taken, and the Bremen Lions win the Sectional 34 championship in 2013. Coach Holmes now 3 sectional championships in his 4 years at the helm of the Bremen Lions. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with some stats and some post-game thoughts to leave you with.
Lori Sumter with Phil Hahn and Associates of Napanee. The hometown team is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports on BroadcastSport.net. With over 29 years experience helping families meet their housing needs in the Wanee community. So if you're in the market to buy or sell a home, very simple. Give Lori a call at 574-773-4184. Phil Hahn and Associates, moving the people quickly ahead. Time is money. No one likes to have a vehicle break down. You lose valuable time. It's a hassle to deal with, and you may be stranded. Call Midway Truck and Equipment at 574-291-1095 to take care of it for you. Located 3 miles south of the US 20 bypass on US 31, Midway Truck and Equipment has been a reliable place for service for over 15 years. While they certainly care for construction equipment, commercial trucks, and forklifts, you can now have the same professional service on your family car, pickup, or minivan. Midway Truck and Equipment can get you back in service with minimal downtime. They're ASE certified with factory-trained technicians, have the knowledge and expertise to fix it right. They will diagnose and repair the problem, then they will recommend preventative maintenance to prevent costly and time-consuming maintenance. They even offer on-site service for vehicles and equipment that you can't bring to them. Call Midway Truck and Equipment at 574-291-1095 for routine repairs and options to keep your vehicle safe and dependable. Aren't you getting tired of waiting on the Internet? www should not stand for worldwide wait. 4way.net offers wireless broadband Internet service with nearly 50 towers throughout St. Joseph, Southern Elkhart, Marshall, Kosciuszko, and Fulton counties. Now you too can surf the web like your friends for as little as $49 per month. 4way can deliver the Internet at speeds of up to 3 megabytes per second and beyond. Contact 4way.net at 574-277-7720 for an up-to-date status for your area. If you are in an area that you feel may benefit from their service, let them know. Visit their website at www.4way.net. Woody's Supermarket is located just up the street from Bremen's football field on State Road 331, and they aren't newcomers to Bremen. Charles Schramm has continued what his father Woody started in 1944. Innovation and great customer service have always been key philosophies at Woody's. Lions fans not only shop at Woody's because it's close to home and has some great groceries and service, but also Woody's supports many things in Bremen. Whether it's corporate sponsorships or student scholarships, count on Woody's. Check out their website at www.woodysupermarket.com.
Okay, this is Darryl. I'm taking over. Strange voice. Got some scores for you. Tipton beat Delphi 37-21. Concord beat Elkhart Central 34-0. Pioneer beat Frontier 32-0. Bishop Dwenger beat East Noble 33-13. Fort Wayne Bishop Concordia beat Fort Wayne Bishop Lures 42-21. Carmel was victorious 38-7 over Carroll. Fort Wayne Snyder and Fort Wayne North are tied at 14 in overtime. New Haven beat Norwell 35-7. Oak Hill beat Alexandria 35-14. South Adams beat Southwood 40-39 in overtime. Tri-Central beat Clinton Prairie 32-0. That's a final. Winnemac beat West Central 33-17. Westfield shellacked McCutcheon 45-21. Jimtown beat Twin Lakes 42-21. Andrean beat John Glenn 42-0. And in the fourth quarter, Mishawaka is up 16-10 over Munster. New Prairie shellacked St. Joe 28-7. So much for not having much competition in the NSC. And Bremen, of course, here in the game you watched, was victorious over Woodlan 20-13. West Lafayette beat Yorktown 33-14. Rensselaer is up 24-0 in the third quarter over Bowman Academy. East Chicago is up 34-20 over Gary West in the second, and Penn's up 33-6 over Lake Central in the fourth. So unless the bottom would really fall out, Bremen will have to travel to take on the Bombers at Rensselaer Central next Friday night. And I think, do you guys have any final thoughts you want to talk about? If you got something you want to say, go ahead and say it. Let me turn you on first. Go ahead, Reagan.
I got some final stats.
First of all, you should tell people who you are. I don't know if you guys ever mentioned your names, did you?
Oh, well, I'm Reagan Eakins. I did the color alongside my brother Ryan Eakins. We coach at Bremen. He is also a U.S. history teacher there. Woodlan finished with 198 yards rushing on 36 carries, 6 of 8 passing for 48 yards. And more importantly for us, Bremen, final statistics, John Stoller, 7 rushes for 32 yards. Grant Cloco, 4 for 19. Josh Fox with some very, very, very tough yards. 73 yards on 16 carries, including a touchdown. Ryan Zelmer had 7 rushes for 23 yards and 2 goal line scores. Kai Slough finished the game 6 of 13 for 215 yards. 4 of those passes completed to Ryan Zelmer, and 3 of those were long ones. Jacob Bennett did finish with 2 catches for 19 yards. Just an overall awesome night for the Bremen Lions.
And again, the Bremen Lions finish off the Sectional 34 crown by a score of 20-13. And that wraps up our coverage of Bremen football. Tonight's game was brought to you by Hahn Realty and Auction and Dr. Brian Toppings of Napanee, Leck Leitner, Koffel Construction, Woody Supermarket, Midwest Truck and Equipment, Hahn Realty and Auction of Napanee, Michiana Insurance, K-Wood Products of South Bend, Verizon Wireless, Mapletronics Computers, and 4way.net. Michiana Insurance, K-Wood Products of South Bend, Verizon Wireless, Mapletronics Computers, John Severall and Company of South Bend. And the preceding broadcast is owned and copyrighted by BroadcastSport.net. Any use of this broadcast in any form without the express written consent of BroadcastSport.net is strictly prohibited. Once again, your final score, 20-13. Along with Reagan Eakins, Dale Y'all, I am Ryan Eakins, speaking for the entire staff and management of BroadcastSport.net. We bid you a good night and God bless.